There, and welcome back to Opskit. I've got the Lowa Recce boot here. Right, Gore-Tex, Cambrel lined, you name it, this boot seems to offer it all. I've had these for several months. Right, they've worn incredibly well. These are a UK size 10. Right, I wear them a lot. I've worn them in lots of hot weather, and they're not too bad at all. The breathability is very good. Right, especially designed for wet urban combat situations, medium duties, light training, running. They absolutely suit the bill right the way down the line. One thing I will mention straight away is being a full grain leather, they are polishable, right? So there's no issues with the clip round the ear hole from the powers that be for them not shining. Right, they're made out of a 1.8mm full grain water repellent leather. Right, the one thing I will say, right, they seem to have got this very well at Lowa. Right, you can get these straight out of the box as I did with these. There's no breaking in issues with them at all. Right, no hot spots, no pinches, no rubs, no blisters. Right, in fact, right, they just sort of, just as if you've got somebody to break them in for you, but they're already done. I mean, they're superb. They seem to be sort of stiff enough to give you perfect support, but soft enough to allow you to walk in comfort right from the word go. Right, I mean, I was so impressed with these. The boot itself is, like I say, it's a 1.8mm water resistant leather, right, with Cordura inserts. This gives really superb breathability. Right, we've had some pretty hot temperatures here, well, hot for the UK in the last week or so, right, sort of low 30s, right, and not really experienced that hot, sticky, yucky foot problem that you get sometimes. There's a tremendous amount of thought gone into the manufacture of these. Right, they've really been designed, right, with the long-term usage involved, right down to the Achilles heel section on the back here. Right, with that, having that nice soft area there is great. Now, I don't suffer any Achilles problems, but I know of people that select this make particularly because of that. Right, I mean, Lowa do this too. I'm not going to say all of them, I don't know, right, but most of their boots have got this. So at the end of the day, they're offering, you know, superb sort of levels of comfort with a great deal of thought that has gone into it right from the word go. The sole, Vibram, right, I mean, fantastic. I mean, in my opinion, it's probably the best sole in the world, Vibram, right. I mean, it's fully re-soleable, so you've got no issues with them wearing out and having to throw them away, right, but they wear well, right, superb grip in the wet, right. If they can pass our local shopping centre test, right, they've got a wonderful polished floor in there. If you get yourself in there on a wet day and you don't go flat on your backside, right, then you know you've got a good sole on your boot, right, and these pass that with flying colours. The one thing, the other thing that I will say about the sole on these, right, they've got a great deal of give in them, not to the point of where they'll put you off, right, but they do absorb the shocks of walking, running, jumping and so forth, right, incredibly well. Right, the boot itself is lasted onto a 3mm board. Right, now that gives you longitudinal and torsional rigidity, right. It gives you fantastic levels of protection, especially on rough terrain, right, even to the point of where these are classified as a medium duty boot, right, walking on rough surfaces, rocks and so forth. You don't get that soft section in the sole where it's digging in, right, there's none of that at all, right. It's, I would say that this is sort of like a cross between a medium duty and a heavy duty boot. You know, they've sort of, it crosses that section very well. The climate control system of this, right, the breathability is second to none, right. Like I say, we've had some very hot days, right. You've got a Cambrel lining in there, I don't know whether you can see that, right, but that allows the wicking, right, properties of this, right, to be, well, second to none, right. I've not encountered a boot that's better, right, in its class. Sorry. With the soft padded cuff at the top, right, it's aerated. I don't know how well you can see that, right, but it's aerated on the inside, which allows lots and lots of breathability there. One thing I will say about this, the tongue, being pretty much a full bellows tongue, right, with a lot of manufacturers they leave this bit each side quite thick, so when you've actually got the boot laced up nice and tight, it's pretty uncomfortable. It digs in here, there and everywhere. But where they've left this a lot thinner than the actual padded tongue itself, it allows for that fold up and lace up to be much more comfortable. Again, no digs from that angle at all, right? I mean, the shim protection, right, is again perfect, even down to the point where they've left a soft section here, so that it's allowing for it to curve nicely around your foot. The lacing of the boot, brilliant, absolutely superb. Right, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eyelets. Right, the ones here, they actually sort of they lock the laces, so you can tighten it up to here and have your foot section a lot tighter than your leg section if that's the way you want it. Right, but it actually allows for that to do it. Easy on, easy off. I mean, I rarely do the top eyelet up, but I mean these do up perfectly well. Right, I don't have any issues with them whatsoever. Right, let me just dig it out if I can get my hand in there. Yes, I can. Right, the inner sole, again, I mean these go straight in the washing machine. I've washed these out once, so if you get that pongy whiffy foot problem, right, it's not an issue with these. Right, they're fully, well, they've proved it's going to be washable. Right, but again, a great deal of foot position, support and also comfort as well. Right, so 10 out of 10 for those. Right, I like those a lot. If there's anything at all that you want to know about these, by all means drop me a line. It's impossible to cover every eventuality in a review that lasts a few minutes. Sorry. But like I say, if I'm unsure of any answer, I'll try and find out for you. Right. Alternatively, you'll find at the end of this there'll be a link. We always get ours right from Task Force Distribution, which is the distributor for Lowa in the UK here. Right, I found the service to be brilliant. Right, there's no ifs or buts about that. Right, so I say you got a link at the end, so you might be able to find any answers there. Right, alternatively, right, drop me a line and I'll find out for you. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Goodbye.